How's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, I like it when you stop in the shop. Thanks a lot. Remember that modification I made on the blade on my Massey Ferguson GC 2300? Awesome tractor. Turned the blade into a snow pusher. Well, I'm going to continue on that, try to make some improvements, try to upgrade it a little bit. I want to make a second wing for it, and we're going to change the connection, the way I connect it to the blade. So let's go have a look, see how we make out doing that. So we're working on plow wings version 2. Of course, when I was cutting these wings out, I had enough material to make 2 wings, but I cut them wrong, so I could only make 1 wing. I did have another piece of arbor from the countertop, and this is it. So it's a different texture than this one. It's a little rougher, but anyways, I made this one to be the mate of it, cut it out the proper way. So we're going to use this for the other wing, but for now, what I want to do is improve the method and the technique I use to connect this to my blade. I took the tractor in the shop here one day, and I had a piece of cardboard, and I laid it out, and I put it right up against the blade. So this is the curvature of the blade, and that's the little bump out where the scraper blade on the scraper edge on the blade goes. So this was the left side, and this was the right side. Okay, so I have that profile, that's good. And then what I did was the pieces that I cut off here, I put those on the tractor blade against the rib that the wing attaches to, and you'll see all this more plain when I put these wings actually on the tractor. But then this black line on the outside here, this is the inside profile of the blade, and this is the rib, goes on the back of the blade. This is the profile of the rib, and that's the 2 holes that I had to hold my wing in place. Because I laid out this line there for 1 wing, and then this line here for the other wing, I'd like to make some better blocks to support the back end of the wing. So what I'm going to use is some 2x4, and this is pressure treated 2x4, and I'm going to lay that on there and cut a profile out of it, and I have to make that a little bit thicker than what that is, because it has to be as thick as this, and if you compare those two, they're not the same thickness. So that means not only I'm going to have to cut the profile out of this 2x4, I'm going to have to cut a little piece of, I don't know, 1/4 inch material, it looks like. Some kind of material anyway, to finish filling that up to the proper thickness. And then I'll be able to put that on the wing, and it'll fit very good then against the back of the blade, and it'll support the wing all along the back edge. And I'll still only use these 2 mounting holes. In these mounting holes then, I went to town and I bought some hardware. I actually spent money on this project. My idea there is I'm going to cut the threaded part off, just drill a hole through the center of the bolt, and I can put a R-clip in there, so they'll be just, this will slide through and hold the wing in place with a clip, so it'll be easy to remove. Won't need wrenches for that. All right, enough talk. What I'm going to do now is I have to lay out on my 2x4 this bracket here. Okay, so I just checked that against the blade. That's a really nice, it fits along the profile of the back of the blade, very nice. And this fits along the back of the rib, pretty nice too. Of course, didn't quite make the full width of it here, but we'll have to live with that. So I'm going to cut the second one like this, and then a couple of spacers to make up the difference. All right, so there's my 2 pieces of 2x4 cut out to match the ribs that's on the blade. I had that's pine there, right? And so we just cut that out, and that's going to work good, I think. So now what I need to do is glue these pieces together. piece of cardboard on here to try to minimize the glue on my saw. I'm going to try and line these up as best I can. Whoa, see that? That's what would have happened if I was trying to glue it up in the clamps. It would be moving all over the place. There, that ought to hold it. Now we're going to put this guy on top of this guy. And then I've got my clamps here. I'm going to clamp this up. So I've got good squeeze out all along my joint. So that tells me that it's clamped good enough. Okay, so I have my blocks here clamped up. I've got the locations where the holes are supposed to be, and I put center punch in them. And I have a 7/16 drill bit in here with a brad point drill. So hopefully I'll be able to get this lined up good. So my setup is not long enough to go a complete through hole, so I'll just drill these two and then separate them and then finish drilling the bottom one. Separate them, and now I can finish drilling these holes. Next step now is to bring the tractor in. Set these up on the tractor so that I can mark out these holes here to drill on the blade of the tractor. So what I'm checking now is to see if I drilled my holes in the spacer in the proper position. I ground off the edge of that so it would fit nice and tight against the welded rib here on the inside or outside of the blade. So that fits on there. And then I got some new bolts, so to test, do the holes line up? Well, one hole lines up, but it's easy to get one hole line up, right? The trick is to get two. Hope it goes in. Oh, look at that. All right. Okay, so here's my other one. Pine is on the inside of this one as well. So that goes on right like this. All right, so I have my spacer here clamped in place. Now my plan is to take this 7/16 bit, go through the existing hole just to make a mark in the rib. Then I can take the block off and finish drilling that hole. Okay, so let's see if I can make these marks here. So yeah, I got a good mark here and a good mark there. Okay. There we go. How do you like them apples, buddy? Let's put this on here. See if both holes line up. That's the next test, eh? So there's one. And two, look at that. That's just as sweet as Mama's rolls, that right there. Okay, here's the left wing. And I drilled the two mounting holes and the one for the brace out here. So we're going to try and mount this now. Alright, so that goes in there. My other big bolt. Nothing like it being tight, eh? Okay. So that's not tightened up, but that's on there pretty good, I'd say. Couple little more things I have to do to finish off this job is I have to trim off the ends of these braces because I don't like that sticking out the edge like that. I have to cut the threaded part off these bolts and drill a hole in them and put some R-clips in them. And I also have an idea about how I can try to reinforce the bottom of these wings with some angle iron. So I have my bolts in here and I marked them how long I want them. I'm leaving a little bit of thread here because I'm going to buff that thread down, make it into kind of a point. Then I can drill my through hole here for the R-clip. So I'll cut this one, cut the rest the same, and put the holes in them. So I'm trying to drill the hole in the end of these bolts here for my R-clips. So I think I have that set up pretty good. I think I got her through the middle pretty good. And there's my R-clip. It fits in it okay. Alright, so I'm going to do that for the other three. Alright, this is my the right hand wing, and this is the one that I used just once already. And you can see already there's a piece broken off here at the arborite. It's starting to separate away from the particle board back plate too, back board. So what I'd like to do is try to protect that if I could, because that's always going to be hitting on the ground and the dirt and the gravel and whatnot. So I have some 1-inch angle, and I thought if I put that, face it with the 1-inch angle, with the angles in this position, not like that, I'd like it to be like this, that would just protect that edge a little bit, eh? So the first thing I want to do is cut this angle off here, because this is the part I'm going to save. So I have my piece cut. Now what I want to do is cut this on a bit of an angle if I can, and then rip it right up there and take that part out. Ready? Check that out. I guess this shirt's not very flame proof. Just got this for Christmas too. Oh well, she's toast now. I'll continue with this and I'll show you the result. Hopefully I won't burn my jacket right off, eh? Gotta be careful in the shop. Alright, I made an awful mess of this and I near burnt my jacket off. Anyway, I got my angle cut. So now let's see how we make a You know, that'll work, eh? If I drill a hole here, a couple, maybe 3 holes, put some screws in there, that'll be a nice little ski at the front to protect that edge. Alright, I spent some time and I put better turns on these elbows here, on the tips, so that wraps around there pretty good. So now, I don't want to drill too deep into this, but I want to break the arborite so that I can start my screw. So, just like that. There's that mother. These are stainless steel, and stainless steel, although they don't rust, they tend to snap the heads off pretty easy. Out here in the end I got one to hold the ski tip in place. I'll put this one on first. Okay, that's that. I'm going to go mount this. Well, I'll put the shoe on the other side, then I'll go mount this, and we'll be done. All right, there's the right side. That's the one we had on before with the brace, and we got the ski on the bottom now to help protect the wooden wing. And this is the left one now, and that's installed with the brace and the ski on the bottom as well. So I still have to put lag bolts in here. I guess the job is not totally complete. And put 3 lag bolts in there. There's the R-clips through the bolts, and holds that wing on there pretty good, I'd say. The same on this side, the R-clips on the back side there of that rib, and that holds it in place. Well, I'm sorry I'm not able to test out my snow pusher mods because there's no snow. We're waiting for snow. I think we're supposed to get some tomorrow, so maybe I'll do a test on that. So that means there'll be another video coming out about my snow pusher mod. Isn't that great? But anyway, how about in the comments, let me know what you think about my modifications. Do you think that they're going to make an improvement? I think the angle iron on the sole of the wings, I think that's going to be an improvement for sure. But let me know what you think. And I hope you have a great week wherever you are. And thanks a lot for watching. And I want to thank all my viewers, all my regular viewers. Thanks very much for tuning in. That sure is appreciated. And if you're a new subscriber to my channel, thank you very much for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hey, go ahead and do that. That doesn't cost anything, and it's just a little click of the mouse button and you're subscribed. That'd be great. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you.